So today I'm going to teach you the basics of processing, and I'm going to show you just a little bit how to use it and what you can do with it. So if you go to the website processing.org, that's where you can actually download the processing application. You just click the download button, and then you can pick whichever operating system you have, Mac, Linux, or Windows, and go ahead and download it. I've already gone ahead and downloaded it. You can see that it's here. Once you have it downloaded, you can just double click it to start processing, and it'll bring up a window. So this window is basically the editor for where you're going to put all of your code. You're going to basically type your program right in here, and then once you're done typing it, you can actually run it. So to start us off, we're just going to do a rect, and we can do a simple rect, which will draw a rectangle. We'll draw it at 20, 20, and the width of 30 and height of 40, and it'll just hit this play button, which will run it, and you can see that the rectangle comes up. And to stop it, you can either hit the X button here, or you can also click over here, the stop button, and that will actually stop it. So the other thing you can do is maybe that's a little small, and you actually want to see it a little bit bigger, so you can do a size, do 500 by 500. Why don't we go ahead and run that? And you can see the size is quite a bit bigger, even covering up the other window. Now, another thing we can also do is, what if we set the background color? So we set background, and then this gives it how much red, green, and blue that you're actually going to use for the color. So in this case, we'll make it all the red, no green, and no blue. So we should get a nice red background. Now the other thing you do is, if you don't actually know the color you want, you can set it. So why don't we do a fill, which will change the color of our rectangle. So we will fill. In this case, there's a tool called the color selector. And so for the color selector, you can select it, and then you can pick whatever color you'd like. You can click over here to go up and down. And then once you have the color that you want, you hit the copy button. And then you can come back in here, and you can actually paste where you want. It'll put in the hex value for that color. Then we can hit run, and we should see a red background with a nice purple rectangle there. Now the last thing you do is, let's suppose you've forgotten exactly what the rectangle looks like. You could actually select rectangle, and then you can do find in reference. So this actually look it up in the online reference. As you can see here, it'll description of what the function name is. It's called rect, and then gives you some examples of it. You can actually try it out, and then tells you what all the parameters are. The ones we're going to use mostly will be for the ABCD, which is just the X, the Y, and the width and the height. So that gives you just a little bit and just a basics overview of how to use processing.